What's poppin', dogs? Mr. Allen here. We're about to simplify these rational expressions, and we're going to list any domain restrictions. Now, with division, I can rewrite it as a multiplication problem, which is super nice, but there is a key difference in our domain restrictions, so we're going to want to look out for that. Let's do it. Let's do it. So if I want to rewrite it as multiplication, I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal of the one that I'm dividing by. All right, but I can still factor while I do this. So I'm going to factor the numerator of the first one. That's going to be 3x coming out. I'll be left with x plus 5 after I've factored out that GCF. Now my denominator here, what multiplies to negative 40 and adds to negative 3? That's going to be x minus 8 and x plus 5. Cool. Now when I multiply, this denominator is now going to be in my numerator. I'm going to have x minus 8 and x plus 8. And then in my denominator will be the 5x squared. Dope sauce. All right. Now I can do some cancellations, right? And then we're going to talk about domain restrictions here. So these guys are going to cancel out. My x minus 8s will cancel out. And then it looks like we got an x that'll cancel out there and there. Well, that doesn't look like I canceled out. I guess that looks better. I don't know. All right, so my numerator is now 3 times x plus 8 divided by, and then I'm going to have 5x. Cool. That's dope. Now my domain restrictions. Let's talk about it. Well, I think we can all agree that my denominators cannot be 0, right? So 8's going to be part of that. Negative 5 is going to be part of that, right? And I'm going to have 8 and negative 8 once again. Okay, so negative 8 will be another one that I add in there, right? 8 and negative 8 would make this guy 0. But check this out. If this is 0 up here in my numerator, it makes this whole fraction 0, right? Then I'm dividing by 0, and I can't do that. That's no bueno. So I got to include that in my domain restriction. Got to add that 0 in there as well. I think it's also pretty clear to see that when you change it to multiplication, that 5x now in the denominator downstairs, bro, right? That can't be 0, because then I'm dividing by 0, right? So either way you slice it there, we got to include 1, 2, all 3 of those pieces when I'm looking at my domain restriction with division. That's the key difference there, right? Otherwise, I change it into multiplication, easy peasy. If you can do multiplication, you can do division. Just got to flip it. All right, last one here. Last one, let's do it. What in the heck is going on? Well, I'll tell you what in the heck's going on. This guy right here, that line right there, that's a division, guys. All right, that's just division. That's what this is right here. It's the same type of problem, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to factor, okay, 3x plus 6. So the 3 needs to come out, and I'm left with x plus 2. Then the 25x squared minus 4. Ooh, that's a difference of 2 squares. 5x plus 2 and 5x minus 2. Ooh, that's dope. That's dope. Now I'm going to take this guy, and I'm going to, this is a fancy, totally... That's official, okay? That is mathematically official, saying we're going to multiply by the reciprocal. That loopy-loop, that's what it's saying, okay? Right? That's not official math notation, but it's pretty dope, right? So the 10x plus 4 is going to go into my numerator, right? And I'm going to take out the GCF of this guy. This guy right here is going to be 2 times 5x plus 2. So that's going to go in my numerator here, right? So 2 5x plus 2. That's beautiful. And then the other guy here, let's see here. Let's do a little factoring off to the side here so I can throw it all in. I can take out a 2, and I'm left with x squared minus 4. Oh, yeah, difference of 2 squares, baby. A difference of 2 squares. So I'm going to have 2, and there'll be x minus 2, x plus 2. These problems, there can be a lot of work. Sometimes it's nice to do a little side factoring so you're not rewriting it over and over and over and over as you find like GCF. Now this, now that, right? So side factoring, that's a plus here. All righty, let's do some cancellations. 5x plus 2, 5x plus 2, gonzo. All right, x plus 2, gonzo. 2's, gonzo. And now my numerator is just 3 divided by, and I've got 5x minus 2, and I've got x minus 2. Let's extend that fraction a little bit. I need a little more room for my buddies. All right, now I got my domain restrictions, right? Domain restrictions here. Now, as we said before, this guy can't be 0 because then I'm dividing by 0. This guy can't be 0 because then it's something divided by 0. And this guy right here cannot be 0, which would make this guy 0, which would make us divide by 0. So 1, 2, 3, all 3 of those guys need to be part of my domain restrictions. So when I take a look for this guy, it's right here. It's going to be negative 2 over 5 and positive 2 over 5. So negative 2 fifths and positive 2 fifths. Beautiful. All right. And then, let's see here. We've got this one right here, which was that, So I have +2 and -2. So +2, -2. And then the last one, we got one mo. Can't have this guy right here. Oh, that's -2/5. So actually, we already listed that. We're good to go. I'm going to make that comma part of my circle. Yeah, see what I did there? That was pretty creative, right? I know you guys are like, dang, dog, you've done this before, haven't you? No, I've never done this problem. But now I have, which is cool and exciting, and hopefully no mistakes, right? That's always the goal, right? Domain restriction, simplification, domain restriction, simplification. Man, that's dope and awesome. And you guys are dope and awesome. And America, see you later.